It's looking like a nice, tidy start with Daniel Connor off the pole, followed by Matthew Kingsman and CJ Sinclair off grid 3. It looks like Daniel's got a fantastic start as he goes into the sweeper. Matthew Kingsman on the outside there. CJ's got into second. Daniel and James Penrose. Daniel's got into fourth. Daniel
CJ's gone down the inside there, and Kingsman's really benefited from that one. He's come right through.
Yeah, so Daniel Connor's gone from pole to fourth.
Yeah, it looked like CJ got right in there, and obviously the track's still very damp. No grip out in the wet stuff.
So we've got Matthew Kingsman, followed by CJ Sinclair, then Daniel Kingsman. That's your top three for the first lap. We've got Daniel Connor, our pole sitter, dropped back to fourth. As CJ put a dive on him. So head down for Matthew Kingsman. He's really looking to get a lead here in these greasy conditions. But CJ's looking competitive there in the second place. Daniel's also looking good, so it's a very competitive field. No one's really pulling away on this first lap. And Andrew Hall goes down for a late dive in the middle of the pack in the Tony kart. We've also got Madison Wise there. Thomas and Emerson in the Sodi kart, also looking quite good in the fifth position. So we've got Sodi kart first and fifth, as we've got the live timing going. So it's all looking pretty aggressive, and we've got a crash. Josh Drysdale and someone else I couldn't quite see, unfortunately, have spun out and tangled together coming down the hill. But still Matthew, followed by CJ Sinclair, then Daniel Kingsman, Daniel Connor, Thomas Emerson, Madison Wise. That's your front bunch at the moment. And looks like Daniel's gone a bit wide. That's Daniel Connor. But he still gets him on the exit of the sweeper. And Andrew Hall looks like he's making up some good positions here. And that's Reese Tinney in front of Andrew Hall.
And there's a 68 card of Brent Neal, who's just turned himself around.
Looks like Josh Drysdale's got going again, so he hasn't completely spun off. He's still in the pack. So fastest lap at the moment goes to CJ Sinclair in the second position. Matthew Kingsman only a 10th off the best, so looks like CJ's putting the pressure on Matthew now. Yes, CJ's right behind Matthew Kingsman. CJ looking good here at the 2014 Sprint Kart Championships. He was quick all through testing. Changed to WKS race team recently, and it looks like it's worked out for him.
He certainly got the speed there. He's a couple of tenths faster on those last two laps.
Yeah,
so
he went for a dive there as well, but Matthew got him on the exit. So CJ looking really good in these conditions. Oh, I made a little bit of a mistake there. Daniel's still there in third. And we've got Thomas Emerson sitting comfortably in fourth position. Daniel Connor, our pole sitter, hasn't really come back to them, which is very interesting. So top three are broken, top four are broken. Madison Wise. So Daniel Connor's gone right back now. Our pole sitter hasn't got the setup on the greasy conditions. So Daniel Connor's gone all the way back to 7th. As James Penrose looks away round Matty Wise, he makes a pass. So James Penrose up to the 5th position. Matty Wise 6th. So yeah, Daniel Connor's struggling big time in this first heat.
And that's Dan Kinsman there looking for a bit of water, cool those tyres down. Smart move early on in the day.
Yes, so the track must be drying out now. So CJ's laid off the pressure off Matthew Kingsman. The carts might be going off a little bit now. The track's actually starting to dry up. This track does change very quickly, especially when the sun comes out. So this Rotax Max Light Class is sponsored by Spark Racing Engines, based in Wellington. Another lap complete. And we've got Daniel doing a strategic move down the inside. And what he's doing there is he's actually trying to keep his tyres cool as he feels that his tyres are overheating. And as Richard mentioned that on the lap before, if he keeps doing that then his tyres will not overheat, and especially if it rains later in the day, he should have better tyres than the rest of his competitors. As CJ makes another charge now, Matthew Kingsman. Right behind Matthew, looking for the lead now. Didn't get out of that corner very well. Now CJ's under pressure from Daniel Kingsman, so the two Kingsmans up there. The two brothers must have talked to each other and
they've got
on the grid. What do you think?
Going on there.
And now Matthew goes to the inside, cooling his tyres down. Also James Penrose.
Track's certainly starting to dry up now.
It is, especially for this big field. They all act like vacuum cleaners, cleaning the water off the surface of the track. So Matthew's still in the lead, followed by CJ. Now Daniel's starting to close up CJ and Matthew. It's interesting that Daniel maybe went a bit soft at the beginning, but now he's coming on strong. They come for another lap now. Past our commentary box. And that is the checkered flag.
There.
So the race was taken by Matthew as they all cool down to cool their tyres down. Followed by CJ. Then Daniel Kingsman. Thomas Everson in 4th. James Penrose in 5th. Madison Wise and Daniel Connor. The big loss in that one, dropping from 1st position down to 7th. Daniel Bogler, the local. Reece Tinning and Andrew Hall. That's your top 10 for today. And just to mention, Chris Cox in the 11th place, current South Island champion.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be too happy with that, would you?
He started in 8th there, so he's dropped back a little bit. Early days, but yeah, Chris is another one of the guys that's out there doing 3 classes, so we'll see him again in the KZ2 class. But yeah, full-on weekend for him.